All right. I want to start by giving all glory and praise unto the Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, and Brakatah Yahawashi. I want to start by giving all glory and praise to the Lord. Yahweh being the Father, Yahawashi being the only begotten Son. This is Brother Malachi, coming in the way of the Bahashim Akak which is the Holy Spirit of truth, giving double honors to the apostles, great millstone who do will well and who teach well, and from whom I learned the truth. And today's lesson ain't going to be too long at all. I just wanted to touch on something real quick as far as women. You know what I'm saying? Women, the bane of our existence, man. You know, those dastardly bastards, man, that betrayed us through the spirit. But, you know, Eve doing what she did in the beginning or during the time of Genesis was nothing more than prophecy. But at the end of the day, she still got to eat that. That still stands. And that wickedness is still transpiring in the earth even unto today. You know, right now we got a lot of women worship and things of that nature, as far as men putting these women above them or putting these women on some type of pedestal when these women are what they've been excuse me, but these women are what they were created to be, and that's a help meet, you know, a help for Adam, you know, and that's about it. But now, you know, these women, through their beauty, you know, because beauty is vain, which that's finna be the first precept we get, you know. And I want to go into a little article and read it a little bit because it kind of irked my nerves a little bit. And I'm like, man, what are you putting these women up so high and mighty for when they're just women? It's not that deep, it's not that serious. But here we go. This is Proverbs 31:30 says, favor is deceitful, beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, Yahawashi, shall be praised. So a woman that feareth the Lord is what's beautiful. A virtuous woman, you know, in and of itself is going to have fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord, Yahawashi. It doesn't really matter how favorable or how, you know, through the spirit, how good you look. You can have the ass, you can have the titties, you can have whatever you want. But if you don't fear the Lord, bitch, you useless. You know, we can't trust you. And that's like 99.5% of the women on planet Earth right now are just, first off and foremost, whores. Second, unfaithful. You know what I mean? They can't even, you know, be faithful unto the Creator. How they going to be faithful unto, you know, the men of the Lord willing to be the men of the Lord? Or how are they going to be faithful to their men? You know, when we look at the divorce rates, they're skyrocketing. They're high because these women are not satisfied with shit. You can give them whatever, they're still not going to be satisfied. They're still going to be able to turn and look at you and be like, well, I need more, through the spirit, man. You know, never satisfied, but always abounding and asking and seeking out for more. You know what I'm saying? For more pleasure in and of itself, you know. Nor are they disciplined, you know. And the word woman means servant, man. A female servant. You know, that's what the word woman is. That's what woman is, a female servant, you know. And these women are not in the spirit of serving their men. So how are you so in and of itself, you're not actually a woman, you're just a female. You know what I mean? So I just thought that I just wanted to, you know, touch on this, you know, a little bit. I might get into the article a little bit. But I want to go into let me see. Lord willing, I can type this now, right? All right, we can go into it. But this is nothing but of old time. This isn't new. Putting women up, it's like you're putting women up above men. Is nothing new. Is of old time, like the scriptures say. There is nothing new under the sun. So this isn't something that's brand new. Okay, it says for certain men, starting at the 24th verse, it says certain men named Demetrius, a silversmith who made silver strides for Diana, brought no small gain unto craftsmen. All right, so there were men during the time of the Roman captivity, where Jake was, that was worshiping Diana, and we can go into who Diana is. Lord willing, is I haven't really looked it up on here, but it should give me. Let me see. Okay. All right. I think Diana's going into that Greek mythology. Let's read what it says. It says Archimedes, that is to say, so-called Tariq, or a Persian, or a Fury. It's like it says Ephesian Artemis, the goddess. And that's what people are into these days, having goddesses above them, female kings and things of this nature, when women really are not supposed to be in a position of power and or rulership. So you would be very foolish to put a woman above you in any regard when they have a place, it's an order. And I'm going to get that order in 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter of simply how the Lord Yahawashi put the order between men and women. There ain't no women over, it ain't no women over men, in the righteous order. Now, in this world, we have what we have, all right, because these people in this world's thought process is flawed. They're going off, man, and that's what leads to all this foolishness and all this madness that we're going through at this current point in time. All right, it says, mostly the main problem is the women being over us, like, and these men as well as are simping over refurbished box, over women that are really not even women. They're just females, man, because they're not serving nothing but their own bellies, all right? And they're going to be destroyed unless they repent, all right? It says, the goddess of many Asiatic people, so like it says, to be distinguished from Archimedes, the Greek god, the Greeks, the sister of Apollo, a very splendid temple was built to her in Ephesus. All right, so these men at Ephesus, and there was a church in Ephesus as well that Paul wrote letters to, I do believe. It says a very splendid temple was built to her in Ephesus, which was set on fire by Herostratus and reduced to ashes. But afterwards, in the time of Alexander the Great, it was rebuilt in the style and greater magnificence. All right, so there was a goddess. It was a woman goddess that these Greek and the Romans in their rulerships, which the Israelites were captive to, were in. All right, so let's look it up. I want to get a more, actually, let's go back, and I want to get another precept on it, and I want to look up Diana on the Googles here. Goddess, let's just see what it says. Goddess Diana, Salakia. Let me see. Let me type in worship as well. Salakia. Bear with me. Okay, it says the most famous place of worship for the goddess was the Grove of Diana, Nemoritis. Nemorinus, Diana of Wood, on the shores of Lake Nemi at Aurica, modern near Rome. This shrine was common to the cities of the Latin League. All right, well, let's see how she was worshipped. It says Diana was chiefly worshipped by women who prayed to her for happiness in marriage and childbirth. All right, so this is a false idol. All right, but it's a woman, so you're praying to a false idol that's in the form of a woman. All right, and that's gonna cause you to put women up over you when they shouldn't be put up at all. All right, it says the most considerable temple of Diana was in the Aventine, founded by Servilius Tullius as the sanctuary of Latin Confederacy. On the day of its foundation, August 13, the slaves had a holiday. All right, so this was something that was worshipped. This was a god that was worshipped. Let's see. But it says here, Diana was not only regarded as a goddess of the wilderness and the hunt, but often worshipped as a patroness of families. She served of function to the hearth goddess Vista, and was sometimes considered to be a member of the penitents, the deities most invoked in house rituals. So, man, this is madness. This is complete madness, man. This is this Greek mythology, Roman mythology bullshit. There is no Diana. This bitch is fucking thin air, man. All right. The only power that there is Yahawah, Yahawah, Yahawashi. All right. Yahawah and Yahawashi. It's the only powers, man. Okay. All this is the curation and the inventions of man. All right, being put forth, bro. This is foolishness. All right, this is madness on some Sparta shit. Let's see what else it says. What are the goddess Diana rituals? It says Diana worshippers honored her in a beautiful temple. So they built a temple to a Greek Roman false goddess that doesn't really even exist. This is what these people were doing. This is what Jake was doing. And this Jake is still in the same spirit of worshiping Diana because you're putting a woman over you. When the woman, man, these women ain't shit, man. Okay, and I'm not saying like, the virtuous women of Israel, if they're in their right order, cool. But majority of these women are not. They're in a foolish state of mind, a wanton state of mind, a pleasure seeking state of mind. All right, and they're not women because they're not seeking to serve their husbands. They're not seeking to serve the Lord. All right, that's what counts, man. It's not about how beautiful you are. You can be beautiful as fucking be a complete demon. All right, and only the ones that's going to be taken by you is going to be fools, man. But the men of the Lord, how wouldn't we be at his number? We're not going to be taken by no pretty face. All right, when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, we ain't going to give a fuck if this bitch is pretty or not, man. Bitch, are you right? Is your spirit right? If not, we stepping over you. If not, then you going to get put to death lest you repent, man. All right, but in that day, if you ain't repented, you already probably through the spirit. All right, so it says Diana worshippers honored her in a beautiful temple at Aventine Hill in Rome. She was celebrated at a special festival called Nemoralia. Okay, each year around August 30th, offerings were made in the forms of small carved tablets, statuary, woven intricately. So like it, man, I don't know what's wrong with my brain, man. I'm trying to read all this shit and but we in the flesh, so it is what it is. It says woven fabric tied along the fence in a sacred valley. So they were doing all types of vain things to worship this goddess, man. So let's go into the Ephesians, because we're looking at the church of Ephesus. So it says sacrifices of food. It says sacrifices of food, libations, incense, and more rarely animal victims were made to her. Her temple was widely recognized as an asylum for fugitives, in particular runaway slaves. Indeed. It says Diana, a Roman religion goddess of wild animals and the hunt, identified as the Greek goddess Amarides. All right, so let's go back into the scriptures. It says in let's go to Acts 19:27. So that it says, so that not only this is our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana, so like it shall be despised, her magnificence shall be destroyed, whom all of age of in the world worshipeth. Let me see who's speaking here. Right, and this is a good precept. I'm happy I went into it. Let's start from 24. Okay, let me see. Let's go up. Con. Let's start at 21. I want to get a little bit of context. Then we're gonna go into the article because I don't want to make this video long. I'm just trying to hit the points of everything that I want to hit today. So it says, after these things were ended, Paul proposed in a spirit when he had passed through Macedonia and Achaia to go to Jerusalem, saying, after I have been there, I must also see Rome. So he went to Macedonia, two of them that had ministered unto him, Timothy and Eratus, but he himself stayed in Asia for a season. It says, but at the same time there arose no small stir about that way, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, who made silver shrines to Diana, woman worship, women goddess worship, okay, brought no small gain unto a craftsman. All right, so basically he was making bank off these damn shrines, man. Basically, so he was in his bag, if you will. Demetrius was in his bag. All right, he was worshiping women. Well, they was doing the God thing, doing the false idol thing, and Demetrius was in his bag. So Paul was basically coming to fuck up his whole bag, and he didn't like that. So it says this in verse 25 through the Spirit. It says, whom he called together the workmen of like occupation. So other people that's building these idols through the Spirit, going off, sinning, okay, giving worship unto another. When, like Paul is just going to speak here, there are no other gods outside of Yahawah and Yahawashi. It says, whom called together the workmen of like occupation, and said, sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. So he was in his bag, like I said. It says in verse 26, moreover, ye hear that it's like it says in verse 26, moreover, you see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost to all Asia, that this Paul, all right, because Paul was teaching, he and he was teaching and sending out, the men that were under him, all right, and the men that were his yoke fellows, to teach the word of the Most High, teach the word of preaching the gospel, man, so that the believers would fill the house of the Most High, man. It says this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods, and Paul is 100% correct, which are made with hands, all right, because, like I said, the only powers that there are is Yahawah and Yahawashi. It says in verse 27, so not only this, our craft is in danger to be set at naught, which means to be brought to nothing, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, which it should, because it's an idol, it's false, it's foolishness. It's foolishness with the Most High. It says, and her magnificence should be destroyed, of whom all Asia in the world worshipeth. All right, so they were wandering after Diana, man, and I'm sure there was other goddesses that were worshiping other than Diana as well. It says in verse 28, and when they had heard these things, they were full of wrath, all right, and cried out, saying, great is Diana, the goddess of Ephesus. All right, so this is what these men were doing. I want to just look up one thing. Let me see. See, they had all these gods. Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Venus is based on the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Aphrodite, and the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. So I'm sure they were worshiping this god as well too. they were worshiping not only, gods of men, or in the spirit of men, but in the spirit of women, gods as well, or goddesses, as you would say. All right, but this is nothing more than wickedness, man. False idols, man. The Lord told us to be, to be against this. So let's go get a precept. All right, because we understand that an Israelite is not supposed to be worshiping any other powers or any other idols or anything, worshiping anything that's really under the sun or in heaven other than Yahawashi. All right, it says, this is Exodus 25. It says, thou shalt not bow them. It says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to serve them. Nor serve them. For I, the Lord, Yahawah, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquities upon the children upon to the third and fourth generation from them that hate me. And this is, going to, reincarnation. But it says, let's go to Exodus 34 and 14. It says, thou shalt no worship other gods, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. All right. It says in Deuteronomy 4 and 24, for the Lord Yahawashi, thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power. All right. So we're not supposed to bow down and worship other gods, or the Lord is going to destroy us, man. It says, for the Lord thy power is a jealous power among you, lest you anger the Lord Yahawashi power, thy power, and be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. So the Lord ain't bullshitting. The Lord ain't playing. You know what I mean? It's not in our law. It says let's start at 13. It says in verse 6, it says, thou shalt fear the Lord Yahawah thy power, and serve him, and shall swear by his name. And it says, ye shall not go after other gods of the gods of the people which you round about you. So these other nations do all that foolishness, all that God worship and things, but we have the true living power. All right. And so we're not to be in the spirit of Diana, in the spirit of Juno, in the spirit of Venus, in the spirit of none of that foolishness. All right. But this is the same spirit that the men of Israel and the world finds themselves in today, and they're going to be destroyed unless they repent and come to the Lord Yahawashi. Is the point that I'm making, Lord willing. This is clear and concise, even though, But anyway, let's go into here real quick. And it says, jealous. I want to get that. All right. It doesn't go into too much. Jealous use of God as not bearing any rival. All right, yeah, the Lord doesn't have any rivals. All right, you don't depart from the Lord, because anything that's outside the Lord is foolishness, man. All right, the other gods are not really gods, man. Let me see. Let me get this precept. I believe it's in Psalms 9. But I'm not sure. Let's see. Right. This is Psalms 96 and 5. It says, for the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord, Yahawah, made the heavens. All right. It says, honor and majesty is before him, and the strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. It says in verse 7, give unto the Lord Yahawashi, O ye kindreds and people, and give unto the Lord Yahawashi glory and strength. It says in verse 8, which is why we worship the Lord Yahawashi. It says in verse 8, give unto the Lord Yahawashi the glory due unto his name, and bring offerings and come into him and come into his courts. It says in verse 9, worship the Lord Yahawashi in the beauty and holiness, and fear before him all the earth. All right, but what are we going to say among the heathens who worship these other Greeks, these Romans, of old, but these same individuals are back in reincarnation today to worship their other madness. But it doesn't matter if it's this or that or that or this. Point is, we worship the Lord Yahawashi. Anything else other than that is some bullshit, and you're gonna get you put to death unless you repent. All right. It says, say among the heathen that the Lord Yahawashi reigneth, and the world also shall be established, and that it shall not be moved, and he shall judge the people righteously. All right, so that's what I want to get on that, as far as, actually, I want one more precept. Let me see. Get a precept here. Because it's flipped. Everything in this world is kind of upside down. So we're gonna jump to the point. We're gonna get it here in 1 Corinthians. We're gonna start at 8. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. So we wasn't put here to please and do all this extra shit and put these women and worship them and put them over us. But the woman was put here to help and basically worship us. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. But definitely. All right, it says, let's go into it. Let's go into Bible comparison. Let's go into the NLT. It says, for the woman didn't come from man, but the first woman came from man. All right. Let's go to verse 9. It says, neither was the man created for the woman. All right, we wasn't created for you women. It says, but the woman for the man. So how is we being lords over them have made them lords over us, through the Spirit? All right, this is nothing more than Esau's doing to bring in confusion. All right, and Jake has followed after it, man, because the bitch got a fat ass. She looked pretty. That's why I brought out, in the first thing I brought out was beauty is vain. But was valuable is the fear of the Lord within that woman. If the woman don't got that, then she's liable to defect at any moment. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. But that's what I want to get on that, man. But I want to go into this article, and then I'm gonna read this article, and that should be it, man. Maybe I should have started with the article first, but it is what it is. I had to go into those particular precepts, man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, man. There's another precept I want to get. I'm trying to think of it right now. I don't got the Apocrypha on my phone, so I'm gonna have to do a little Google search real quick. Let's get this right here, and we're gonna get the full chapter 25 and 24. Which is why we gotta keep a sure watch over these women. These women are not to be put over us, man, at all. They are not to be in a position of authority and or rulership at all. Okay, according to the Most High Yahawashi. It says, and this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, the 24th chapter, going into the 26th verse. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So woman, these damn women, Eve, you know, listened to the serpent and brought death upon us all. All right, through the spirit. Now Adam was supposed to rebuke his wife, for the foolishness that she was doing, but instead he dealed. All right, but Eve was the first one to go off, man. All right, and what Adam should have did was rebuke his wife. You know what I'm saying? And everything would have been good. But for prophecy's sake, we had to know both sides of the coin. We had to know wickedness, and we had to know we knew righteousness, but we had to know wickedness. All right, and we're getting a first class lesson of how not to rule and what wickedness and how it pollutes and destroys a kingdom, and how that it is no good. It's not good at all. Letting these women run around with liberty, with freedom, because they destroy themselves with it. And that's what you see is happening in Babylon the Great, and what you see happening all over the world, where these fucking servants have rights. I'm calling them what they are, servants. These servants have so-called, quote-unquote, rights, all right? And it's destroying the world in and of itself. But we know that the earth is given unto the hand of Esau, Edom, so we know that it is his doing, all right? Because the Lord has allowed Esau to have possession, have the fatness, have the earth, man. All right, that he was going to rule with the sword, man. All right, so Esau goes in these particular nations, and he gives these women the liberty to get abroad, man. All right, and which that's going to cause is chaos, man. And then Esau can come in with his so-called Salaki. Hold on. All right, then Esau can come in with his so-called order. All right, if you want to destroy a nation, you got to target their women first, man. All right, you destroy the women, then the nation's gonna go. The nations, they're fucked, man. All right, but if you want to see how well a nation's doing, just look at their women. All right, look at the women of Israel. They're completely gone. All right, look at the women of Babylon. They're completely gone. All right, so this nation, is gone, man. Babylon is finished, man. All right. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. All right. These damn Esau, Edom has given, put up women over them. You know what I'm saying? And it's backfiring. You know why it's backfiring? Because it's not of the Most High. All right, it's not natural. It's not the Yahawashi didn't ordain these women to have authority or to have rulership or to have a so-called say-so. The final decision is not, these women's call. All right, you can take advice. You got some good advice on something. Whoop-de-whoop. You can take it into consideration, but at the end of the day, a man being upright makes the final decision at the end of the day. But now we're in a world where it's all topsy-turvy, and these women have a so-called say. They got these so-called rights, and the world is suffering for it. All right, but the Lord Yahawah Shemel Shah is going to come soon through the Spirit, and he's going to restore order. All right. But it says, read it again. It says, of women, it's like it came the beginning of sin. All right, with Eve, it says, and through her we all die. So this bitch brought in death upon us all. All right, though it was prophecy, she still did that. She got to eat that. She got to humble down, and she got to eat that. And so do all these women. All right, a lot of these men are out here dying behind these hoes. Straight up. It says in verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. And this is what Esau Edom has done, giving these women, in all these nations that have that, there's some nations, over there in what they want to call the Middle East nowadays, but really it's just Western Asia, Eastern Asia, Saudi Arabia, Iran. See, their women over there, they're still under what you would call, quote unquote, Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So they have a particular order that the women, have to behave themselves in. Now, The Muslims got everything. The whole Muslim thing is really just from the scriptures, really, at the end of the day. But I'm not trying to go into that religion, because we understand that Allah and all these other, there's nothing more than false gods, false powers. The only power that there is Yahawashi, straight up. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna get into all that Muslim shit. All right, but they have taken core things from the scriptures and put it into their book, which is the Quran, and they're using it in their, their Islamic faith, quote unquote, and they're applying it to their women, and their nations are going a little bit more smoother, you know what I'm saying, than over here in Babylon, where the women are be given liberty to get abroad. Okay, it says in verse 26, if she go not as thou wouldest, cut her off. Cut that bitch off. Now I'm just playing. Gotta have a little fun in the truth. It says, if she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bitter divorce and let her go. Man, she acting strange for a little change. You know what I mean? She going crazy. She bugging out. Man, get rid of that bitch, man. For real. Because she just gonna slow you down, man. We don't got no time for that. Especially in these times, these women don't fear the Lord. That bitch ain't acting right. She don't got no fear of the Lord. Whoop-de-whoop, man. What is her purpose? Other than giving you box. She giving you straight hell. All type of shit. You gonna keep this bitch around you? Keep that negative energy, that negative spirit around you? No, sir. You get rid of that immediately. You know what I mean? You give her a chance to correct it. But if she don't want to correct it, man, you gotta let her go. Straight up. You understand? So now we're finna get into the article, man. I'm sorry that I had to go into all these scriptures, but willingness was edifying. And maybe I should make a part 2 and then get into the article, but I feel like that's kind of backwards. So let's get into the article now. And we're gonna jump through it. It ain't gonna be long. But here's the article. Saw it on YouTube. And it's from this channel, Lovely T.I., whatever she does. She be posting shit. But the point is, it says Kanye West has instructed his new wife, Bianca, I'm just going to read her first name. It says Bianca to never speak, and has issued a set of rules to live by, including specific foods she can eat and what she can wear, a source close to Australia architect has claimed. So this man is being lord over his woman, as he should be. And the people are going to be mad for it. The women that man, that got nothing to do with this man and what his woman and what they got going on are going to have opinions on this. They're going to want to speak on this. All right. And there was one particular comment that upset me. So this is why really sparked the lesson. It's really probably why I went to all those precepts before I jumped into the article, because, the Spirit was on me to hit all those precepts first. But we're in the article now. And it says, it comes amid ongoing fears that the rapper 46 is manipulating his wife. He's manipulating his wife. That's what they say now. Order or being obedient to your husband and valuing what he has to say, and valuing and being obedient as far as, hey, I tell you not to do this, don't do this. I tell you to come in the house at a certain time, you come in the house. But these women now have been given liberty to do foolishness and to have quote unquote rights that give them liberty to act a plumb fool. These Edomites have given these women liberty to destroy themselves and destroy their households. This is exactly what's going on. And so when a man, through the Spirit, be like, nah, this is what you finna do. This is what it is. These are the rules. This is the law. This is the law of the house. Or this is the law of you being in my midst. Nothing more than order. It sounds like he's setting order in his house. You know what I mean? Because if you don't keep a sure watch over a woman, you give her liberty to get abroad, then what's she going to do? Destroy you. What's she going to do? Bring shame upon you. What's she going to do? Just fuck up everything. All right? And so this is why Kanye, whatever, is doing this. Clearly, he's learned from his other previous relationships that, all right, I've done this. I tried this. I tried to be the nice guy. So now let me do it the biblical way. Somewhat, we know that he's not in the truth, but I see what he's going for. I see what he's doing. He needs to repent. But who gives a fuck? I'm just using him as a fucking catalyst to make this lesson through the Spirit. But what he's trying to do is establish order in his household, and these motherfuckers are gonna be upset and call it manipulating. If I tell a female to come in the house and cook food and clean the house, and I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up and shit be cool, that's manipulating. Or that why don't you help her? No, bro. She's here to help me. I'm not here to motherfucking sit here and I told her to do what I told her to do, period. It is what it is. If she don't like that, what I'm gonna do? Give her the bill of divorce and she can get the fuck on. But now, if you do you have this type of spirit, which is the spirit what the Lord wants us to have, because these women are what? Servants unto us. They supposed to be doing what we tell them to do in righteousness. We ain't gonna tell the bitch to go jump off a cliff and kill herself. That would be unrighteous. That would be going off. But if I tell this woman, she's supposed to be obedient unto me, just like as the men of the Lord, the men are supposed to be obedient unto the Lord in righteousness. All right, because the Lord ain't gonna tell us to go jump off a cliff and kill ourselves. So shit, we ain't gonna do likewise unto our wife or unto our woman or whatever the fuck. It says, I'm gonna just jump. It says Kanye. I'm gonna jump here to the third paragraph. It says Kanye has set rules for Bianca, which include never speak. So he basically telling her, be quiet, man. Just chill out. Don't even open your mouth. All right? Because most of the time, when a bitch open her mouth, some wickedness is finna occur out of her shit. If you sit down and listen to women speak for long enough, she's gonna say some goofy, dumb shit. And if you've been around women, or you've been anywhere where women are even breathing, then you gonna hear some dumbass shit from a bitch. And it's like, man, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Like, why are you, like, you could not even say that shit. But now these women, like I say, have liberty to just say whatever on their mind. If you look at Twitter as an example, these women have the ability to get on this motherfucker, have Twitter fingers, and type the wickedest, dumbest, stupidest thoughts. All right? Now, this also goes for men as well. They need to chill out, you know what I'm saying, as far as speaking on dumb shit. But men have the ability to give testimonies. If they want to say something, how they feeling, cool, you know? But women, y'all need to chill out, man. But you've been given liberty to get abroad, man. All right. It says Kanye has set rules for Bianca, which include never speak, wear what he wants her to wear. Why would he tell his wife to wear what he wants her to wear? Because he has power over her. All right. That's how the Lord set it up. He doesn't want his woman wearing some thought shit when he goes with her in public. He doesn't want his woman pulling a goddamn what's that bitch name? Sierra on his ass. If you've seen that recent picture of Russell Wilson with Sierra, this bitch is half fucking naked, posing with him like what the fuck? And he's like, his face is like, man, what the fuck? Cause this bitch is half naked, man. If you don't know where that picture is, man, look up that picture. Type in Russell Wilson and Sierra. It's gonna pop up, and you gonna be able to see the one I'm talking about without even looking for it too hard. It's gonna pop up. This bitch is damn near ass cheeks out, everything showing. Why? Because she's a fucking whore. All right. He has to check that, but he can't check it because she'll probably divorce his ass, which is wicked. Only men can divorce women. Ain't no damn a woman divorcing a man. That's of this world, but that is not of the Most High Yahawashi, nor will that be done in the kingdom of the Most High Yahawashi. Okay, Lord willing, through the Spirit, this is making sense. But it is gonna make sense until the hope for the elect. Anyone else, they gonna see it as motherfucking, oh, you're too harsh. Oh, why you trying to rule over her like that? Because we supposed to. All right, the scripture said so. All right, and I'm gonna get that precept, and that's gonna be the last precept in Genesis, what the Lord said that we were supposed to do and how we were supposed to rule over these women, man, and be lords unto them. All right, we ain't out here motherfucking. Ain't no 50-50, ain't no 50 nothing. What are you talking about? 50-50, bitch. Got me fucked up. But it says Kanye has set rules for Bianca, which include never to speak and wear what he wants. All right, so he's doing that. Hey, don't be wearing this fucking dumb shit. You know, wear this modest apparel, whoop-de-whoop. But if we in the privacy of our own home, man, you can go kinky. You can go lingerie. You can go whatever you want. We in the privacy of our own home. But bitch, when we come out this house, you gonna have some clothes on that are fit for a woman to wear and not no bullshit. That's basically through the Spirit what he's getting at. Because the Lord told us in the scriptures that women should be dressing in modest apparel. You walk around now, and these women got the ass out, they got the titties out, they got the tight fit this, tight fit that, whoop de whoop wop in the third. You can see damn near everything, and you not even the motherfucker. We not even together. Your boyfriend right next to you, and bitch, you look like a complete harlot. You got no respect for that man. All right, you looking for the bigger, better deal, aren't you? Yes, you are. All right, and you gonna get the bigger, better fucking destruction, bitch. You're through. All right, and that nigga need to get out of that scent mindset and wake the fuck up and return him to Lord Yahawashi Yahawashi, lest he die. Anyway, it says, wear what he wants, and the source told Daily Mail exclusively she is also required to eat a certain food items and to work out, even though Kanye doesn't work out. See, they're trying to push that bullshit. I mean, it doesn't matter if the nigga don't work out. Nigga, who gives a fuck? All right, he's lord over this bitch, regardless. All right, so let's get a precept and wrap this up, man, because this has already been long enough. Let's get it right here. What's this? What the hell? Hold on. Oh, I'm tripping. Right, here we go. Point. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrows in conception, which is going towards, childbirth and things of that nature. It says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right. Let's go into the NLT and see what that says. Cause this is what's going on. It says in the NLT, it says, he said unto the woman, I will sharpen the pain of pregnancy, and pain you will give birth. You will desire to control your husband. This is what these bitches are doing. And this is what these bitches always try to do. They try to have power over you in some way, shape, or form. All right, but that's not biblically. All right, that's not what the Lord set up. All right, he set up order. All right, but it says here, NLT, it says, but he will rule over you. That's it. All right. All right, because these women are naturally fucking wicked. Naturally, they like to go off and go against order, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna rule over them. All right. In the ancient time, if a bitch went and committed adultery because her basically, it says let's read it in let's see. Let's read it in the ESV version. It says, your desire shall be contrary to your husband. So you have what your husband wants, but as a woman, she gonna be like, nah, I don't want to do that. Your husband, let's say, wants you to not commit adultery and be a fucking hoe, and you like, nah, I'm contrary to that. I'm finna go out here and be a hoe, or I'm gonna go out here and commit adultery on him. All right, that's going off, man. That's something that's contrary unto your husband's desire. Because no husband in his right mind is going to be like, yeah, baby, you can go sleep with him as many as you want, which is going off. What they would call in this world that cuck life shit. That's going off, man. Having someone come in and do that to your wife, that's going off, right? You need to repent and return unto the Lord lest you die. All right? But it says he shall rule over you, all right? And that's through authority, man. Let's get ruled over you here in the NLT. Not the NLT, but let's get what that word means. All right, it's been longer than I thought it would be. It is what it is, though. It says to rule, have dominion, reign, to cause to rule, to exercise dominion. We have dominion over you women. And once you understand that, it'll be easier for you, way easier. It'll be easier in your relationships, it'll be easier in your marriages if you understand that your husband just has rule over you. See, what you bitches try to do is like, no, he don't. I can do what I want to do, and that's why you fucking gonna be destroyed, bitch. That's exactly why you're gonna be destroyed. All right. But with all that being said, Lord, when this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful body of the elect, man, just bringing out some things, going into some Greek mythology, going into some Roman mythology, as far as these goddesses, idols, and things of that nature, and just going into that this spirit of women worship and putting them up as goddesses is still very much alive in the earth, and still um, very much still going on. Anytime that you put your woman over you, like that, you're going off, man. Or worshiping the women, it's going off. It's just flat out going off, man. All right, these women are under us, man. All right, they're servants unto their men, unto their husbands. All right, to help him in whatever endeavors that he needs her assistance in. In all things, you should be obedient. All right, in righteousness. All right, but with all that being said, shalom.